Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Rohan Finvas. As you all know, Nifty rallied from 16,800 odd levels to 20,000 levels in the last 6 months. Many of you might have missed the bus. Sectors such as banking, pharma, mid cap, small cap rallied. And if you are wondering which is the next big sector wherein there is an opportunity to make big money, today I'm going to cover an analysis on that sector. Now, without wasting much time, let's go to trading view and try to analyze the charts. I see an opportunity to make big money in Nifty Metal sector, and I'll explain why and how it looks on the chart. As you can see over here, from 2014 till now, it has faced a resistance at this trend line. And if you zoom in the recent past, what has happened, it has made a double top wherein it made a high of around 6,800 to 6,900 odd levels. Now, in this week, it is breaking that. After making a double top at around 6,800 to 6,900 odd levels, in the coming week, that is the week starting from 4th of September, if it breaks this particular resistance of 6,900 odd levels, then it will open up an opportunity for you to invest in its constituents. We'll look at what are the stocks that form the Nifty Metal Index, but we'll first look at how Nifty Metal Index is placed. So as I mentioned, if it breaks the double top of 6,900 odd levels, there is a high possibility that it will go till 7,750 odd levels to touch that major trend line resistance. The supporting rationale why I think Nifty Metal has a good chance to go up. One reason is that it has managed to cross this 6,900 odd levels, plus it is making a higher low. The high remains the same and the support is getting switched to a higher low, which suggests that there is a demand and there is a high likelihood that this top gets broken. And once this happens, then as you can see, we can get at least 10 to 13% upside. That is the bare minimum that I foresee. And I'm expecting Nifty Metal Index to continue performing well, and even it can go above 7,750 odd levels. And this view is for the short term to medium term. Now let's look at what constituents the Nifty Metal Index has. In the Nifty Metal Index, we can see Tata Steel having around 20% weightage, followed by Adani Enterprises and JSWSTEEL. Hindalco has a weightage of around 15%. Then APLAPOLLO 2 has a weightage of around 6.1%. Jindal Steel has around 5%, and Vedanta has around 5.8%. I have analyzed the charts of these constituents, and I'm going to show you on chart how they are placed, but I'm not going to consider Adani Enterprises. The reason being it's a very volatile stock. You would have seen a lot of news about Adani stocks, and that's the reason I refrain from analyzing this stock and recommending it. Let's look at the first stock, which is Tata Steel, how it is placed on the chart. Tata Steel is currently trading in this symmetrical triangle pattern. In the symmetrical triangle pattern, what happens is that there will be lower highs as marked in the red, but also there will be higher lows, and the supports keep rising. And as the supports keep rising, one fine day this trend line resistance gets broken, and this is what we can see over here. And normally the target of this breakout is equal to the pattern height. So this is the pattern height, and if I take this pattern height and consider from the breakout level, I see at least around 50 to 60% upside potential in Tata Steel, wherein I anticipate Tata Steel to touch at least 180 to 190 odd levels. Now, what are the best levels to accumulate this stock? I think it would be around 119 to 124. So on any decline from now on, you can start accumulating Tata Steel. and you must keep a stop loss of around 101 on a weekly closing basis, which is the previous swing low. And I always keep the stop loss at the previous swing low. As you can see over here, there are multiple supports that Tata Steel had taken at this level, and this level is around 101. So if Tata Steel closes below 101 on a weekly closing basis, remember it is weekly closing basis, that means if the stock closes below 101 on any Friday of the week, you need to exit in a loss. And your accumulation zone would be around 119 to 124. And the rationale behind buying Tata Steel is it has broken out of symmetrical triangle pattern. If you see, it is in an uptrend. Post an uptrend, there was a breather. It traded in a symmetrical triangle pattern, and now it is giving a breakout. The price action is suggesting that Tata Steel has a very good upside potential from here on. Now let's look at the next stock, which is Hindalco. Hindalco is currently trading in a upward sloping parallel channel. Again, the same thing. It has been in an uptrend from the lows of March 2020 till March 2022, and post that it retraced, and this retracement is around 61.8% of the total rise from March 2020 to March 2022, which we call it as golden ratio. I'll cover that concept in some other videos, but just so you know that the retracement from the highs till the lows of June 2022 is at 61.8%, which is the golden ratio. And now after making that low, it is trading in an upward sloping parallel channel, and one can buy once the hurdle of 505 gets broken. So you can see over here there's a small hurdle at 505. Once this hurdle gets broken, the first target that I see is around 600 odd levels, and you can keep a stop loss at 435 odd levels. Now let's look at Jindal Steel, how it is placed on the chart. You can see over here that there is a major hurdle at around 760 to 790 odd level, because this level acted as a resistance earlier, and I'm pretty sure that this will again act as a resistance now. Currently, if you look at the price structure, it is trading in this upward sloping ascending pattern, wherein the supports are rising, is making higher highs. Once Jindal Steel and Power gives a closing above 720, then I foresee it going towards 760 to 790 zone, and once that gets broken, it will trade in a blue sky zone, or we call it as uncharted territory. What we can do is that we can try to buy Jindal Steel and Power on all major declines from here on, and keep a stop loss of around 500 on a weekly closing basis, and you can anticipate good returns in Jindal Steel and Power in the upcoming months. Now let's look at APLAPOLLO, how it is placed on the chart. You can see over here it is making higher lows and higher highs and trading in an upward sloping ascending parallel channel, and it has already given the breakout. You can buy the stock once it retraces till 1546 or 1550 odd levels. You can further accumulate this stock at around 13,005 to 13,050 odd levels. If you can buy this stock in two tranches from here on, you can make a lot of money, provided you keep a stop loss at around 1,060 odd levels. I know stop loss range is a bit higher, but if you want to ride this train for a long period of time and make good money out of it, you need to take a bigger risk. But you need to keep in mind that your position sizing, that is the quantity of the stocks that you're going to purchase, should be limited considering your risk appetite. Now let's look at JSWSTEEL. This is my favorite stock. The reason being, it has been in an uptrend from the lows of March 2020 till May 2021, and from there on it is consolidating in a very small range, and that range is 530 on the lower side and 790 on the higher side. Now there is a breakout of this particular range, right? And this is called as a symmetrical triangle pattern wherein the supports keep rising and the resistance gets weaker and weaker. You can see that the stock took resistances 4 times and it did not go further down. It always made a higher low, hence increased probability of a breakout, and the breakout happened. And post the breakout, it also retraced. Now it's a good opportunity for accumulating this stock, and I foresee this stock going towards at least 1050 odd levels, and the target is calculated based on the height of the pattern. I've analyzed Tata Steel, JSW Steel, Hindalco, Jindal Steel, APL, Apollo. You can also look at the other stocks such as Vedanta, National Aluminum, SAIL, Hindustan Zinc, NMDC, and try to figure out based on the price action where there is an opportunity. Please note that you need to keep a proper stop loss. You need to also focus on position sizing and do your own research before making any investment decision. In my opinion, the Nifty Metal Index looks really good on the chart, and there is a high probability that one can make good amount of money in Nifty Metal stocks in the short to medium term. I hope you found this video informative.